was a cold, moonless night in late October when I received an invitation to an old mansion nestled deep in the woods. The letter had an eerie charm about it, its words luring me to the forgotten Willow Creek Manor. Curiosity piqued, I couldn't resist the temptation to explore the enigmatic estate. As I approached the manor, the air seemed to thicken, and an unsettling feeling crept over me. The place looked imposing, its grandeur marred by years of neglect, yet something inexplicably drew me closer. Ignoring the shivers down my spine, I ventured inside. The interior was a maze of dimly lit corridors and creaking floorboards. The walls whispered secrets of a forgotten past, and each step seemed to echo with a melancholic sigh. I had the sensation of being watched, but no one was there. My heart pounded in my chest, but I pressed on, determined to uncover the mysteries that lay hidden within. As I explored, I stumbled upon an old photograph of a family, mother, father, and two children, smiling at the camera with an air of happiness. The image filled me with a sense of warmth, but it quickly turned to dread, and I noticed their eyes seemed to follow my every move. Suddenly, a distant howl pierced the silence, sending chills down my spine. Fear consumed me, but I reasoned that it was probably just the wind playing tricks on my imagination. That's when I heard faint footsteps upstairs, as if someone or something was pacing back and forth. With heart pounding, I mustered the courage to ascend the grand staircase. The steps groaned underneath my weight, protesting my intrusion. As I reached the top, I followed the sound of the footsteps to a partially open door. The room beyond was bathed in an eerie glow, emanating from an antique mirror that seemed to possess a malevolent aura. My reflection looked back at me, but its eyes were hollow and lifeless, a stark contrast to my own terrified gaze. I tried to tear my eyes away, but an unseen force held me in place. In a voice that was not my own, a chilling whisper echoed in my mind, "Leave this place, or I never leave at all." My heart raced as I struggled to free myself from the mirror's grip. Fear and curiosity warred within me, but my survival instincts won, and I tore myself away, fleeing from the room in a panic. As I made my way back down the stairs, the atmosphere grew heavier, and I felt the dark presence lurking around every corner. The air seemed to suffocate me, and I stumbled and fell, gasping for breath. In the dim light, I caught a glimpse of a shadowy figure standing in the hallway, watching me with cold, dead eyes. A scream caught in my throat as the figure reached out with spectral hands, and I felt a cold touch against my skin, draining the warmth of my body. With a huge surge of adrenaline, I managed to break free and dash towards the front door, but just as I reached it, it slammed shut with an unwavering force. Trapped, I turned around to face the malevolent entity that now loomed over me. The room seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy, and I realized I had unwittingly stumbled into the clutches of a vengeful spirit. My heart pounded louder, and terror paralyzed my every move. As the entity advanced, I closed my eyes and whispered a desperate plea for mercy. A moment of silence followed, and then a sudden gust of wind swept through the manor, extinguishing the candles and plunging the mansion into darkness. In the fleeting moment, I felt an icy breath against my neck, and the words, "You're mine now," reverberated through my very soul. The next morning, my friend found me unconscious on the doorstep of Willow Creek Manor. I woke up with no memory of what transpired inside, but I knew one thing for certain. The horror that awaited within those walls was real, and it would haunt me for the rest of my life.